Florida Panther, how nice was that to see?
Well, good coming off the last game because the line scored, and you think there's something there, so you like the players to have the belief in it too, and they had a bunch of chances and some really good zone time, but guys who produce big points got to put numbers up to feel good, for them to feel like they're contributing. So I like that belief in the line. I like the way they played.
And how would you describe the belief in your team, just able to get
Yeah,
this collectively?
good. You know, there's lots of good. Different styles of game at this time of year. It wasn't a real heavy game. I got some good skill there, and they're a fast team. So I was fine with it. There's not the same kind of emotion right now around the league. It's everybody's going through the same thing. There's some teams, certainly some teams for position, but even with that, it's not the end of the world, right? So all you want to do is on the nights where you don't have a lot of juice and environmental energy, right? That there's something on the line. You still want to be in structure, and you want to be smart, and you want to. I guess the idea would be the mistakes that you make at the end in one place in the ice, somebody else has to pay for. Where it's a shot block, it's an odd man rush, your goaltender's got to do too much. And I didn't think we put each other in trouble tonight.
Another game where you pretty much limited their chances. I mean, you've
Yeah.
been praising that
Yeah, I mean,
side
that's
of the game.
how they get them. They do have some zone time. Long shift in the second period, Sergei made a bunch of saves, but there wasn't the danger off the rush, and that's where that team is hard. And smart enough to stay out of the penalty box because their power play is elite, like the kill and a half that we had.
Evan was asked about Brad's goal and called him a rat and said bad words, and then Brad was asked about the reaction and said
Yep.
very bad words back. How important,
Rightfully so.
Yes. How important is it that Brad Marchand is still Brad Marchand, and he did not change anything about who he is to fit in?
Yeah, well, that's a part of the package and an important part of it. And I think it's even, everybody's going to be wired here in 10 days, whatever it is, 2 weeks. Especially right now, grinding through some of these. He brings lots of energy, right? He's got lots to say, and it makes it fun.
And looking at the defensive pairings, I know you've got Seth with Nico, but are you still looking for someone to play with 42 for those first two playoff games?
Well, I
Is
like
it a
I
bit
like
of a
the,
try?
No, we're just leaving those two guys together. The answer is yes, but the adjustment will be made because when Dimitri comes back in, that'll be the hole filled. I mean, Dimitri will either, he's played so well with Mikkola that will probably be the first place that we look. But I believe we're going to get Dimitri in a game or two here, and we may look at him with fours.
Mackie started the season on the fourth line tonight. He's scoring goals on the top.
Yeah.
As we get towards the end here, how impressed you when it's kind of the full season
Yeah.
journey that he's gone through?
Highly unusual for a young man to cover the distance that he's covered because he was still physical in the game and hard where he needed to be. And he's played now with every single line in every section. Good for him. To his credit, because you don't see young guys come in and learn the hard things and be willing to do the hard things as quickly as he has.
Even sometimes the individual stuff matters to you, of course, but passing Barry tonight on the wins
Yep.
list, these things that you've done the last couple of years, are they going to sink in later, or do you appreciate a little bit when they happen?
Not really. And that's more my appreciation for things is the whole group here, how much I enjoy sitting in the coach's office with Bill as well, the equipment guys, the medical guys, and the players. For sure, this has been a wholly and completely unexpected level of joy that I find in my job because of the men that are around here. And yeah, maybe at the end, but if I was asked today, the memory, it's this group, it's the fun that we've had. They work hard, I'm not pulling teeth here to get these guys to play hard, work hard, and that makes life really easy.
You've been saying for a little while that you've been happy with how the team had been playing, but now the results are starting to come.
Yeah.
Is there a little bit of good feeling, solace? Because I know you've been feeling all right before.
Yeah. I think I've been comfortable with the structure of our game almost since in the new year. In 2025, there's about 5 games that I don't like at all. That's a small number. And Matthew, we lost a bunch of games kind of tight in the third where I thought we played pretty darn well, or we just couldn't find that next goal. And Matthew's I don't know, point a game plus player. So that's a point a game. That's a goal a game. Somewhere somebody gets one more for you. Structure's everything right now, and we're okay with it where we're at. Yeah.
It does feel good to start getting wins, though, man.
Yeah, I would take the structure over wins. If you lost 10 in a row and we were right, I don't think we would have a confidence issue. I really don't. The players that have been here now, it's almost 3 full years. They know what we're supposed to look like. It's not always easy to do. But we've looked the way we're supposed to look an awful lot of nights in the last 3 months, and they know it. So we're not waiting for guys to come back to be good. We're a pretty good team right now. The 2 guys on the back end that have kind of come out recently, that can affect you. We've been able to find some defensemen that have come in and played very, very well for us. That just makes us deeper. So the challenging part when we get healthy is getting them all in the right places. But we aren't really reliant on the chemistry so much as it's not really a hands game where you really got to feel good about your game for us to look good. It's more about all the hard things you do away from the puck.
I'm sure you were asked this morning, so I apologize, but the importance of getting Aaron back, somewhat back into the group.
Oh, really important. Lets him come in and buy a lot of dinners for the guys, right? His credit card will take a beating and have a little bit of fun. But there's something, right? He steps on the ice and it's another 6'4", 6'5" guy in your blue line, and now all the guys in red look big, and it adds a little something. He's out for a while, right? Missing for a while, and then he steps back out and the ice, go, the backhand's big.